Greetings everyone, my name is Zetterville, and welcome back to my Let's Play of Alvora Tactics. During the last part, I completed the Overgrown Cavern and made it to the entrance of the Crub Reefs. Now, I will be visiting the Overgrown Cavern once again to find where the giant spider boss is, because it'll likely drop a class mask at the end, or it'll drop a really powerful piece of equipment or augment. Before I do that though, I'll be applying all the augments I got during my last adventure. Now there's one thing I forgot to mention or forgot to notice in the previous parts. That is, these iron chunks, steel bars, or mithril bars in the future, they all will also grant augment status or augment abilities onto your equipment. Now you can apply augments on either your weaponry, shields, or body armor, but you can't apply it to your accessories like the goggles or gloves, unfortunately. But still, this opens up a lot more customizability in terms of equipment, and that actually means that the life triggers, fire triggers, and whatever else have a use in this game, instead of in the previous game where they're just sold off as a fodder. I should have actually saved up stuff like the life trigger because it would have helped Farron's healing abilities. Alright, I'm going to apply it. Now let's see, who should I apply this dodge to? Well, I'm going to give it to Ophelia for now. Body armor allows you 2 slots where you can apply stuff. So like here, now I have +2 dodge, which will mitigate the -2 dodge I have from the weight from the steel hauberk. I'm now going to be also applying on the spider silk to, I'm going to be applying it to Willis and Veron because they both need more dodge. And the spider silk, when applied to my body armor, it'll give +3 dodge. So combined twice, it'll give me +6 dodge. Unfortunately, I haven't seen items that directly increase your physical defense yet, other than like the Volscorn, but that's pretty rare, and if combined with a lot of other things, it can get really broken if you can get a lot of clones of Volscarn, which I think I will get eventually, because in that case I'll probably apply 4 items of Volscorn to Veron and make his magical attack a lot more powerful. I totally expect enemies to do that in the near future. So if I apply it to my weapon, it's going to give me +1 magic attack, to my armor +1 magic defense, but I want to give Veron more damage dealing capabilities, so of course now he's going to have +6. And of course Willis is going to get a +6 dodge anyway. I should have not sold off all of that iron equipment because I could have applied all those iron chunks to all of my other pieces of equipment. After all, I can readily unequip and equip augments at the same time, so there's no loss, just like in the previous game. Plus I can turn the items back into their original chunks if I dump it into the furnace, although I will need to get the crafting equipment to reset it back to what it was originally though. Like for example, with the steel greatsword, I can now give it automatically a fire attack. So that will be useful because now if I oil up an enemy with Ophelia, I can immediately set it on fire, which is awesome. Unfortunately, I sold off most of my other equipment, so I will need to buy off some more stuff before I can start applying all of those augments. So yeah, I will not. From this point on, I will not sell off my iron equipment until I fill up all my equipment pieces with augments. Then I'll start selling them off because the more dodge, the better. After all, you saw how much the benefits are, especially with the spider silk. It's quite crazy, after all. Especially for defensive units, who I can get my dodge rating pretty high up. I imagine if I had more spider silk, I could essentially get 6 more dodge and have 30% dodge, which is quite crazy, especially if I can upgrade my shield further. This is especially true if I can get if I can get better gear and whatnot. Also, some other things I didn't notice was that if you visit Lorm's house, he can sell all of these triggers and whatnot. I will not buy the life trigger just yet. I'll try finding another one out in the field, and I'll immediately apply it to, of course, Farron's armor so that she can heal people better. Although I won't give it to her weapon because I want her to deal damage instead of healing people, although that may be useful. Also, another thing I didn't notice is that we can actually open up shortcuts to the new areas of Alvora that we previously visited. Although it's rather expensive, for 75 gold we can open up a shortcut to the Overgrown Cavern, but I won't do it, because there's something I want to visit in the first area. Before I do that though, I'll be paying a visit to the training grounds because I want to purchase the endurance training from Civile. So let's do it. So now everyone has plus 3 HP, which will be helpful especially in later areas. And by doing so, we've unlocked a lot of other traits as well, in addition to XP sharing, which will probably be my next trait, which will be useful as well. I'll also be looking forward to doing strength. Whoa, I didn't expect an explosion there. I'll be going for these each of these stats as well. Even the mages will get plus... So with this, I'll get plus 1 strength, this will get plus 1 probably magical attack, meditation plus 1 MP, etc, etc. So I will focus in on these in the future, which will basically buff all my characters very readily easily. And I suppose once we unlock all of these, especially XP sharing, and all of these stat gains, we'll probably get the last upgrade, which is the 6th party member slot. Not to mention I noticed some other things. Not over here, of course. In the tavern. The volcano baked meat as well as the moss mat, they always respawn. You can buy an infinite amount of them, so you can constantly buff up your players to a pretty ridiculous degree. Probably in the final part I'll buy a lot of these and see how crazily I can increase my stats, especially for the final boss fight. Too bad I can't understand what each of these characters are saying. Maybe we'll be able to recruit Gil in the future. Oh, Vambraces. Yeah, I'll give it though. Yeah, I sacrificed the Vambraces there, but sure, I'll take more money. It's always nice. I'm not interested for that one, so when I return back from Alvora, I'll pay a visit to this one so I can see what new items there. But from that, I easily gained about 100 more gold, so that will be useful. I should always pay a visit to there after all. Speaking of which... should I buy better equipment, or should I just save up? This is one of those situations. Plus I would like to get gear which adds more physical strength, but that's probably more rare items and it'll really be stocked up over here. Plus, if I do make it to the crop race, I'll probably want a lightning attack, so... Nah, I'll save all this up for later. And I'll save up enough money for buying the mithril gear, so I won't be spending anything here. I may purchase the XP sharing in the future, but we'll see about that. Alright, I'll now be exploring these caverns. If there's anything of interest that happens here, thanks to a certain exploit I realized, or a certain way of getting past certain obstacles, I'll skip ahead to that part of the video. Otherwise, I'll see you at the Overgrown Cavern. Alright, I'm back everyone. I'm still not at the Overgrown Caverns yet, but I wanted to show something off. Now, just like in the previous game, we have the Gatekeeper who has the Gate ability, which allows him to teleport between 2 points in space. Now, just like in that game, you can actually teleport over obstacles. So, we have these block puzzles, or, well, bubble puzzles over here where you're supposed to push them into each other in order to access these areas. Instead, by using the Gate ability, we can completely skip over these challenges. If we go to the corners, and bravo! We just completely skip this challenge, and we can collect the trophy at the end. Yeah, the Gatekeeper still maintains its awesomeness. We also have this difficult challenge, but nope, we just completely skip it. And by doing so, we get the Raging Mask, which is, I believe, the mask that unlocks the Berserker. So yeah, this is another reason why I wanted to get the Gatekeeper, or have at least one character who is a Gatekeeper, so I could skip most of these challenges. Of course, you just need to be a bit careful so you don't end up getting stuck. But as you can see here, now we just avoid most of the challenges and we can get out pretty easily. So yeah, I'm always going to keep a Gatekeeper on hand for these situations. So now I can always get the items in these areas, assuming that there aren't too many blocks in the way. Even then, I could just increase the range of Gate and get the items. Well then, I'll see you at the next cave or at the Overgrown Cavern. Alright, I'm at the Overgrown Cavern. It's time to find the giant spider, if it actually exists here. Due to the procedural generation, it may or may not have spawned over here. But we do have some vine men, so I guess we'll go after them first. Let's see if everyone needs something to upgrade. I think I'll keep Farron as a balancer, mainly because I realize there's a combo. Using Condensate, it'll actually increase the damage of Frost because of freezing the enemies, as well as Shock, because it'll electrocute them. So I will keep that. This will be especially useful for the Crab Reefs, I believe, or Crab Reefs ahead, mainly because it seems like most enemies there are going to be water-based. And on that note, I probably should get the Bolt ability, so I can electrocute enemies as quickly as possible. Anyways, let's upgrade everyone's stats. Yeah, that's what boosts my Condensate abilities, so... Yeah, let's go with that for now, then I'll upgrade MP. Yeah, I'll also save up for HP or the fire. I'll save up for fire skill right now. I haven't been able to use Ophelia's fire abilities just yet, but she will be able to demonstrate it in the near future. I'll save up HP because we already upgraded that. And I wanted to upgrade his hammer skill, so I'll save on. I'm basically saving up on everything right now. Let's try getting to a plus formation, and everyone has rally. That's not what I meant to do. I meant to... Oh. Yeah, I keep getting those... I always think that the hold the line... I confuse hold the line with rally, unfortunately. And now I have Ophelia do this. And this. Oh, I was hoping to use that combo ability. Off screen, I gave Sorvin the great Gate Cross ability. Let's see if I can move him up close enough. There we go. I want to try attacking all these enemies at once. Meanwhile, I'm going to use... Where's Condensate here? Condensate. So it should soak these enemies and make them more susceptible to ice abilities. I'm going to give Willis the ability to guard. And I'm going to start wailing on these other enemies. And I can charge right into him, so that's going to be useful. There's the fire ability. Whoops, I accidentally hit Ophelia. Well, I won't be able to move out of the way, but I think I may be able to knock him out depending on when Sorvin can attack. After all, Angul is kind of low on health there. Oh no, he used ward, that won't work. Okay, I will be able to kill both of them though, so I'll just ignore them. After all, Gate Cross is a physical ability. Oops, I completely forgot that one. Well, I guess I'll charge right into the fray then. He's not frosty enough, unfortunately. Let's try and see what happens. I want to get out of the way here for Ophelia, and I'll just put guard up. Wonderful. Gate Cross is going to be especially useful if I can get closer to enemies, or get a lot of cluster of enemies in one go. Something like all those split ones from earlier. Ah yes, now I can upgrade Hammer. Also want to get Onslaught because, especially at long range, that will be really useful. That costs a lot of MP though, so I suppose the regeneration or focus skill that we can purchase from the training arena, that'll be useful. I want to get one more for a spear, at least. Oh yeah, I should also upgrade these. Oh, Phoenix may be useful in a pinch as well as being able to blind enemies. Why did I make him a warrior? Oh yeah, I wanted to get the charge ability up to max. And probably I'll get Bide as well. Okay, I think that's all I need. Now I just need to grab everyone's equipment. Unfortunately, most of these Vinemen have wooden equipment. To be fair, they're nature-oriented. At least it'll sell for a tidy sum. That should be all of them. Time to move on. I guess it... Whoa. You know what? I think I can... Oh, that's not what I wanted to do over there. I think I can burn this down if I can... I don't know if that'll be a good idea though, but let's try. Will it spread? Yes, it will. Maybe we'll be able to find secrets that way. Now I just need to make sure to run back and forward until everything is burned down. Hopefully we won't get attacked by Smokey or something. I still didn't mean to do that. Oh, there's a pit over here too. Oh yeah, I need the lamp. Hold on. Actually, I don't really need the lamp, but... Well, I suppose this is a new area. I didn't really expect there to be an undergrowth. Oh, I see more Vinemen. I guess it's time for the next battle. After all, I didn't really see everything about this area. I only went to it completely once. Okay, I need to figure out where... Okay, here. I was hoping to use Frost, but apparently not. That's not what I'm going to do, so I'll just move out over here and see if I can do a little bit of damage. I'm going to use Flood for Veron, so I can actually do a lot more damage there. Before that though, I'm going to use Mighty Guard so everyone takes half damage from physical attacks. See if I can get close enough to do Gate Flood though. That'll have to do, I guess. That'll have to do, I suppose. And I'll guard from Ophelia's to prepare for the onslaught. Probably gonna move out of the way though. Good thing I have Rally for everyone, so they will be able to survive this first wave of attacks. Unfortunately, everyone went out of the way, as I expected them to, actually. Oh yeah, I will be able to get this in time, I believe. First I need to move in the correct direction. Sure, that'll do. Ow, that did quite a bit of damage there. I think it might be a good idea to start healing up everyone. There, they should be in much better shape. Okay, I can see where everyone is now, I believe. I want to try finish off these foes first, so... I'm gonna move up here and try killing off... I'm not sure, so I'll do my strength boost over here. I do wish there was a highlight for who my allies and enemies were, like highlight me in blue, highlight the enemies in red. It's a little bit hard to see in this dark environment, unfortunately. Well, I think the combination of those two strikes will kill them off. Yeah, they should die off in the next turn, so I shouldn't be too worried there. So just prepare for the next attack and move forward. Oh, I forgot those. Yeah, the dark environment, especially without highlightings, make it a little bit hard to figure out what's going on. Oh, she's in critical. That's not good. Well, let's kill off Lund, I believe. That was quite a low hit rate, though. Well, everyone got stunned because I put the water there, unfortunately. I'm gonna run off with Farron and kill off this one. We really need to decrease the number of enemies there. Inmar is still at pretty good shape, so... I'll have to use a prayer ability in order to get enough MP before I can return there. Well, at least I can attack this. Unfortunately, I also hit Veron at the same time. But he will die in the next turn, so I'm not too worried. See here. Yeah, just move up and a simple fireball should do the trick. There we go. This set of Vinemen have been defeated. Wow. Oh wow, at least they didn't use that bomb. That would have been kind of scary. Yeah, this is getting a little bit too hard to see. I'm gonna turn on the... I'm gonna give Veron the candle because I really... or a lamp. I really need to see some... I really need to have better vision. There we go. Boy, I really wish I could get more bags though, or purchase more bags, especially with all the enemy equipment we can get. That should be it, but we can go down deeper, so let's do that. I wonder... Let's see what's over here then. Wow, magic sword mask. I wonder what that will unlock. Oh, the enchanter. Well, at least I can see what items it will or what skills it will have. Yeah, the gate ability is going to be really useful, especially for these areas in many different situations. There we go. I just need to make sure my party isn't just stranded everywhere. A seed. Well, that seems to be a lot of Vinemen, so they're going to protect that. Well, you know what I'm going to do. I'm going to aim for that seed, so before I do that, of course, I'm going to be doing a quick... Well, first I have to apply all my stats, of course. Gate Storm will probably be good because I can fire lightning bolts then. Range attacks? Not really. Wow, that may be useful especially for exploration. I wonder how Warp Lash will actually work if we have, for example, a Great Sword. That would be interesting. Yeah, more fire. I probably will have to use that. Oh, that's not the one I wanted. Spears. There we go. That should give him a lot more strength when dealing with all of these foes. He now has more strength than Ophelia, which is quite crazy because he's a defensive fighter. Alright, time to do a quick save, and we're going to attack, or we're going to go head on into those enemies. Okay, well it's going to be kind of a risk there, but let's try it then. See, does everyone have... no, Ophelia needs more bandages. Never mind, she has enough. It's just that it was split. Okay, I think everyone is set. Let's move everyone into a much better plus position. If only there was a way to hold my party members. Rally. And do this. And then the next step to do would be to use a flood. I'm not going to move any closer and take a risk. I'm going to just flood it immediately. Now they should all be soaked, and a lightning bolt should be able to deal massive damage to them. Not to mention if I just freeze them, well, that'll also deal a lot of damage. Huh, didn't I unlock that skill? Oh, I don't have FMP, that sucks. Well then I'll just freeze them all to death then. I can still attack all the enemies though, thanks to the how the electricity arcs. For that though, make sure to do wide guard so everyone takes less damage. And Ophelia can also prepare by braving again. That takes care of 2 of them, but there's 6 of them left, so we're outnumbered in that regard. Well, I was at least able to shock one of them, but... That looks kind of like an egg if in my own, just looking at it, because of how it pulsates in and out. Okay, there are a lot of enemies there, it seems. Sure, let's do that then. I'm gonna hide over here before doing Onslaught, of course. I'm also going to be taking more MP gains, because I really need them. Oh yeah, regeneration of MP for Vron will be useful. That's for sure. Willis is, well, the same as before, wide guard. Oh, invulnerability, that's really going to be useful. And Ophelia, well, I don't want to move in with Ophelia just yet because it's a little bit too risky. At least the brambles act like shields, so they can't attack over them. Oh, well, okay, never mind. They can attack over them, but they need to fire over it. Yeah, if there are a lot more enemies, it becomes a lot more useful to use. Otherwise, it's not as useful. That was a bad miss. Well, I guess it's time to recoup my losses and take care of 2 of them. I can't really move with any of them, so... Once again, Mighty Block. Can I deal more damage? Yeah, I can use Condensate. It's a little bit minor, but I don't want to take any chances with killing them. Ophelia's a little bit of too low health, so I'm not gonna take any chances, and I'll just use the bandage. Yeah, I'm playing super cautiously, but after I died so many times in the previous parts, I'd rather play cautiously rather than dying all the time. We really need to take out that healer, though. Still immobilized, though. I should use Cure at this point. That should work over there. Now just use Prayer. Probably should upgrade that too. I'm going to keep making Veron immune to damage so that no one can kill him. Plus, no one seems to be targeting Willis anyway. Unfortunately, you just ignored it completely because he's... well, that's magic. Okay, there's Cure. No, I didn't mean to... I pressed the wrong ability. I listed them up in the wrong order. Whoa, that was a nice spark effect. Thanks to the water, it arcs all over the place. At the same time, though, I don't want to go into the water because it seems a little bit too... well, never mind, I'll go to it. A little bit of lower chances, but I decided to go for it. Only one enemy left, though, so I guess we're wrapping up the battle. Still going to make him invulnerable, of course. This time I'm going to cure everyone. And I'll have Ophelia strike forward. She'll take some damage, but she has enough HP left. Never mind, she just one-shot everyone. Well, that was neat. Now, the seed. Extremely tough and pulsates with life magic. What could have an effect on it? I would suppose either healing it or curing it or some... Oh, wait a minute. Do we have a growth ability? Encourage plant growth. I think that's it, but we don't have enough experience yet. I left those essence stones at home, though. Okay then, so now everyone will have access to Gatekeeper. Fine with me. So now everyone can get really broken abilities. I'm gonna now start stuffing stuff into everyone else's equipment. Like I said, I really wish we had extra bags. It may look like I'm a kleptomaniac in that way, but every little bit of gold helps. Oh, they were using javelins at this point. Oh, defenders of the vines, they were growing from the seed. I really need Farron to have more experience in that class so she can actually use it. Maybe it's fire. I think it's growth, but unfortunately we don't have it yet, so I'm willing to go out and fight one more battle. Kind of unfortunate, but I suppose there are more Vinemen just outside in a later room, so I will pay a visit there. We got a lot of class masks, though. Never mind, we'll be able to do it in this part. I really want to get that item in this part, so let's fight off this battle. Just to make sure everything is ready, I just need 120 experience, but it depends on how these split worms decide to play this battle. Always, I'm going to be focusing on Sorvin getting the first blow. Oh, what happened there? I thought these were split worms. Are they melee versions of split worms? Well, I do have a backup save, so I'm not too worried. Nope, they're not melee versions, that's for sure. Meanwhile, Ophelia, I'm gonna try blinding at least this one. Okay, they seem to split regardless of what attack I use. Thankfully I soaked all of them, so I should be able to kill off a few of them at once. I will take a little bit of damage though. I should be able to kill off those three. Well, we need healing there, so I'll heal up everyone. So we'll target them, so I'll just target this one. So these are the harder versions of split worms because they'll split upon any attack, making them very dangerous. Well, at least I suppose we'll get much more experience for this battle. There seems to have a limit of how much they split, it seems. Yeah, Ophelia's gonna go ham against these enemies if they decide to go after her. These enemies are almost dead as well, so... let's do condensate. First get out of the way of condensate. And completely miss one of the targets because I thought it was in a different part. Let's rally everyone up again, because Willis can't really reach any of the targets here. So I'm gonna get over here and kill off both of these split worms. Meanwhile, Sorvin will just counterattack and kill off this one. Then I'll kill off this one, meaning that there will only be 2 more left. Meanwhile, Ophelia took care of that foolish one. And because that's completely soaked, it'll take more frost damage. But just to be sure, I'll just shoot it. It will split a little bit, but hey, it's a little bit more of a mercy more than anything else. There's one more left, and Ophelia will get the final blow if she connects. There we go, all the split worms have been defeated. Completely vaporized. Okay, encourage plant growth, this should be it. Alright, let's go head off back to where that seed was, and then I'll end off this part. Yeah, falling into that hole was definitely a good thing, mainly because I got a lot more Vinemen to fight, and I found this giant seed. Yeah, I totally expected there to be a fight against a giant spider, but instead I visited an entirely new area of this forest. It seems like growth doesn't do anything. That's strange. It's probably a puzzle I'm not getting yet. I would assume blowing it up would... I would assume setting it on fire would work. But apparently it doesn't. Let me try the other elemental abilities. That doesn't work. Frost doesn't work. Firing thunderbolts doesn't work either. What ability could it be? Alright, maybe smashing it with rocks would work. Now I'm gonna throw a thunderbolt over there and see if that does anything. Still nothing. I thought it would have hurt it. Geez, this seedling is resistant against everything that I throw at it. It must be one of the other classes I'm not really getting yet. It must be one of the other classes which I didn't unlock, so I can't really open this just yet. Oh well, maybe it's a defiler or something, so it can destroy the life of this. It's a life magic item, but I don't know what the life magic can use, even though Farron is a sage. I tried almost everything. The only other thing I can think of is this spell. Maybe that'll dispel the life magic, but I'll check that out in the next part. So in this part, I explored a little bit of the cave systems in the first region, and I visited a completely new region of the Overgrown Cavern. Well then, thanks for watching and have a nice day. Toodles!